Good morning, beautiful humans. It's Jody Lynn, biblical life coach and artist. So for today, I'm going to take you a little bit further into the adventure of life coaching. So in my work as a trust-based relational intervention practitioner, TBRI is a trauma-informed, evidence-based approach to parenting kids with complex developmental trauma. And one thing that I have found over the years of working with families is helping parents understand what their expectations are of their children. Because when we are dealing with complex trauma, we have two things happening at the same time. We have a developmental age, and then we also have a chronological age. And so it's estimated that kids who have endured complex developmental trauma are developmentally about half their age. And so if you have a 10-year-old, that means that 10-year-old behaves more like a 5-year-old. And from that place, you actually have to learn how to engage and parent them as a 5-year-old. But with that said, is because they look normal and developmentally they're 10, we end up giving them expectations that are unattainable. They're unrealistic. And so when you're engaging when you're engaging your children, think about what developmental age are they in that moment, because that's the age you need to connect with them at. So if they're 10 years old and they're behaving like they're 5, parent them like they're a 5-year-old. Don't say you're acting like a little baby. It is, hey, how can I meet your needs today? It's a simple, fundamental thing. Most people are not raised in this way. We are just expected to show up. But because of complex trauma, because of the brain, the things that have happened to the brain, the developmental age is less than, it's about half the chronological age. And as people, I'm sure as a grown-up, you yourselves, you behave in a way that's less your age. And so most people have this happen to them, but it's the understanding that space and time where you two are experiencing what's called arrested development. And so if your development stopped, it's always good to look into the why. For your children, are your expectations realistic or are they unrealistic? See the need, meet the need. That's a TBRI phrase that is fundamental to parenting kids. All kids, not just kids with complex developmental trauma, but all children, because every human brain is exactly the same and should be formed and developed exactly the same way in a holistic approach. Stay tuned for more tips and more thoughts. Make it a great day.